Hello. Okay. Oh shit. Hold on. Oh hey, what's up? Hey, Arena. Yes. All right. So thank you, Arena, already coming through so far, coming through pretty well on the views. I appreciate you. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if you guys can hear the background music. I can't fucking hear it. Mercury retrograde shadow is in fucking effect. Like, this is ridiculous. So, I'm trying to go live on TikTok. First of all, I still can't connect my streaming software to TikTok. I just learned yesterday that there's a possibility that I may have to like put in live time, like so many hours on live, in order to connect my in order to connect my streaming service to TikTok, which is why I guess it didn't work last time. I don't know. But now, so I downloaded, so now that I have a Windows laptop, now that I have a Windows laptop, I don't know if you can hear that background music. If you can, let me know. If you could, if you did hear it, let me know, please. Fuck a duck. Um, so I tried to like go live just now on TikTok. First of all, that camera, I can't go live. It's a black screen on there. I'm going to share my screen and show you what I mean. Okay, I can't. It's not a tab. Oh, wait, window. Hold on. Yeah, this has been so freaking like crazy. Um, okay, forget it. Never mind. Uh, Unable to share the screen, screen shares. Okay, well, whatever. It's just one thing after another. I can't seem to go live on TikTok, even with the native app, even though I created an event and then I tried to click in the event to go live, but then I can't. And it's just way too complicated. So, you know what? Like last time I officially gave up on TikTok with going live because it's just too fucking complicated. Because I can't go live because there's a quote unquote live streaming process, but I'm not logged in. Like I can't, like I'm logged in, but I can't get into it. It's just a mess, bruh. It's just a mess. Let me see if it shows. Like I cannot stand TikTok now. Someone telling me they have a crush or something. See, and I would love to be able to like go live with one of my friends who's on right now. I can't go live. Like I would have to do it through my phone, I guess, and I'm not doing that. I mean, I guess I could just to do it, but let me see. I don't know. Like I feel like this is just too this shit is just too fucking complicated. TikTok is too fucking like what the actual like really? Like why so much issue? Does anyone else like use TikTok, have that like have an issue with them? Hey, lovely. Holy shit. Holy shit, Chance. Hey, oh my God, thanks for stopping by. And like you're stopping by, and that's I'm like, "Oh my god, this is so awesome." Like, "Is this your first time, like, stopping by, like, viewing the Mimi Morning Show? And then you're hearing me bitch about TikTok?" She's like, "You thought you was gonna tune into, oh, a good show." And I mean, it is a good show, but I rant a little bit sometimes. Like, because this is, like I say all the time to the audience, to everyone who supports me, it is greatly appreciated, because I'm on this new journey as a content creator, and I'm trying to figure out all this shit, and it's not easy, even for someone like me who's like tech savvy. I'm a pretty tech savvy person, but sometimes some things it's just too complicated. Like TikTok, I don't know. Y'all get your shit together, please. Like, I don't understand. Like, I have the app. Maybe I shouldn't have created the live event, but I did that to so the ticks of the talks, I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know. Maybe I will do I kind of just want to put my computer, like, just put it on so people can hear it, but then I have to pay attention to the fucking capture thing. No, I'm not doing it. I'll just have to make it up to TikTok. Just all the ticks, the tickers of the talkers, I will just have to make it up to you, okay? With something else later, because this is just it's BS. Like, your girl got lots of things going on. I ain't got time for this shit. This is too much. This is too much. So I'm sorry, TikTok people who were there was no one registered anyway. But the my banner did say on TikTok, hello, tribal wolf, KTDA. Hello. Hi. Um, it's actually really cool that, like, I'm getting like new YouTube people. So I mean, be sure to subscribe, or at least leave a like. But yes, thank you for showing up anyway. Just, I'm reaching new people. So that's actually kind of cool. And that's what I liked about TikTok. It seemed like I was like reaching new people and like getting more follows and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, this is legit. This is working out. But it's just too much. So I'll just have to make it up to y'all later. I'm sorry. Your girl tried. I really did. And I hope TikTok don't try to sit up here and come talking about, oh, you didn't go live when you were supposed to. So you're spinning or some shit. Like, I'm gonna cuss them out. This is ridiculous, man. You appeared on my feed. Well, that's really cool. Dallas. Dallas. If you get the reference, if you know, you know. The reference. And bonus, oh my God, if anyone who's watching gets that reference, put it in the chat. And you are my people. Like, for real, if you get that reference. Um, what's up? You did? What is it then, Dallas? Hold on. What's the reference then? Put it in the chat. See, now you have to, because now you've busted yourself out. You are now on, your comment is now showing. You understood the reference. Where's it from? Where's it from? Oh, shout out to, mhm, you done busted yourself out. Hold on, we go, hold on, let's go, hold on, hold on. Oh shit, now I gotta move my logo. Hold on. All right. You understood the reference on it. As you can see, I didn't call him out. I don't think he gets the reference, y'all. Oh, see, Dallas, you should know me enough by now. I'm gonna like be like, oh, really? I'm gonna say something. Like I'm gonna call it out. Come on. Um, so if you guys did hear the music in the beginning, okay. So mind is blah, 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 blah. Mercury is doing its thingy thing. Where's the thing? Hold on. Son of a bitch. Okay. So Dallas is part of Humble Rose's podcast, which will also be live today. Yes, later on today at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, the Humble Roses podcast. Thank you everyone for showing up to the Mimi Morning Show. I'm your host, obviously, Evelyn Mimi J. And the show has started with a very interesting start. So Dallas, since I don't think you get the reference, uh, it sounds like it was okay. Hold on. It sounded like it was from this movie called The Warriors. I could be wrong, and I probably yes, you are wrong about this one. So yesterday, yeah, even though you killed it yesterday with the Halloween trivia. So if you guys didn't know, Culture Clash Network family did Halloween trivia yesterday, and it was fun. And I stopped in for a little bit to also like ask some questions, some trivia questions. Dallas and I both did it, and I stopped in for a little bit before heading out to heading out to record Tasty Talks, the next episode of Tasty Talks for next week. And Dallas did so freaking well and knew all the answers, which is, I'm assuming, why he wanted to do this in the first place. Do it in the first place. He knew it. But no, this answer is incorrect. So it's it's funny. It's funny. So the reference is from uh, Rock of Love. The reference is from Rock of Love. Does anyone remember that show? Does anyone remember that show? Okay, I'm interacting on the arena. Um, so Rock of Love, yeah. Dallas. There was a contestant on there, a female contestant. Her name was Dallas, and there was this other contestant on there, Lacey. She had is she had this other contestant on there was Lacey. She had red hair and she was like the shit stir, you know what I'm saying? Like she just started all kinds of shit, like whatever. And she was messing with Dallas, the other contestant, and she was like, Dallas, Dallas, like doing that. It was the infamous scene where I think it was Rodeo, one of the other contestants, like yanked her on the stairs, like to like pin her or something, because she was on some bullshit. So yeah, it was, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you like understood the reference, I would fuck with you. I fuck with you if you understand. Still fuck with you, Dallas. I still fuck with you. You didn't everybody, I get it. But hey, that was the reference. So uh, today, even though this has been a very interesting start to the Mimi Morning Show, um, today is going to be, well, today, I guess leading up to today, I'm like, oh, I got a crook in my neck from sleep. Ugh. Um, even though like it's been kind of a weird start, it's actually been the week itself, like the first half of this week. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Um, it has been really good. So, Tasty Talks podcast is now out. There's a new episode out, and I actually interviewed because it's Tasty Talks Tech, Wrestling, and Life. So I'm talking about either tech, wrestling, or life. Maybe all the time. It's kind of like just life. It's just kind of all encompassing. Um, but yeah. So this week's episode that dropped yesterday, as I'm actually interviewing a wrestling MC on the East Coast. His name is OJ. And it's a really like interesting interview, especially for someone like me who's kind of like new to wrestling, new to pro wrestling, new to the pro wrestling like scene, at least new in the fact of in the context of like um just kind of coming back to it, you know? Um, because I have kind of been off and on, like Attitude Era, then was gone, came back, Divas Era, then was gone, and then came back like recently, like like a few years ago. So yeah, and I haven't really been like diving into pro wrestling until now. So yeah. So it's just very interesting for me to, and me being the curious cat that I am, um, me being like, it's just really cool for me to interview people like in the game, I guess, like in the industry, um, and just kind of like pick their brains. It's actually really cool that they actually want to talk to me too. Like they, are very like open to being on. And like, I mean, I know that, I mean, as y'all know, Tasty Talks, this is a revamp. So I started Tasty Talks like in 2017 originally, but then I went on hiatus. I didn't know like how to pivot. And now that I have pivoted, it's just really cool to, just kind of reach out to people for opportunity to be on the show and they respond and they're happy to do it. It's really cool. Um, so yeah, I'm really stoked about that. So that's a really good episode. Go take a listen. It's available on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. And I also believe Good Pods. So, kind of like the major and maybe iHeartRadio as well. I have to check on that because I submitted it. So it's probably on there too. Uh, so yeah, go check that out. And then yesterday I recorded a new episode for to drop next week. Now, as far as what to do after that, not quite sure. Not quite sure. Reason number one being, y'all know I'm a student. I'm a network security student. Been very open about that. That's why it's like tech, right, kind of integrating that as well. So like integrating like tech talks. So now for this last part of the semester, I have now two classes versus just one. And it's like a business math class, which is going to be, I think it's going to be it's going to be really cool and very useful. But that's just a little more workload. And I'm essentially working on a project right now, I've mentioned, where I'm a project manager and secure code analyst doing cybersecurity for the school. So it's kind of a big deal. Uh, so yeah. So so that's gonna get a little tricky. So as I was chatting with my guest yesterday, in preparation for Tasty Talks next week, yeah, we were kind of talking about that like balance of consistency. And I was like, yeah, I've kind of like branded myself as consistently inconsistent. There's perfectly imperfect, and then there's consistently inconsistent. So, although I'm really proud of myself for being this consistent with Tasty Talks and the Mimi Morning Show, part of the reason which is y'all, and just doing this is fun. Um, Doing both is fun. So, yeah, I may turn it into a live show, just also too, because then I don't have to do as much editing. I don't know, but I say all that also too. I actually, someone who appeared in the comments, I've actually been wanting to ask them to be on the show. If you're still listening, uh, just I guess I just have to like coordinate. Um, So I will do that. And I mean, feel free to reach out to me if you want to. And that even goes for, let's see, I'm streaming live on the Arena, which is for those of you who don't know what the Arena is, it is a streaming platform on the Avalanche blockchain. So for those of you who are listening, watching, a good handful of you, I appreciate like gladiators coming through. Um, if y'all want to be on, let me know. And then I'll probably just also reach out as well. I'll be doing my reach outs, but if you want to come on, or if you want to come on the Mimi Morning Show too, like that works. Um, but yeah, it's mainly kind of because the Mimi Morning Show is usually just me anyway. I did have a guest once, and that was really cool. And I would love to do that again, but I understand that everyone's working usually at this time. Like everyone has different schedules. Like even if you're like an entrepreneur, you're probably like still have stuff going on. You still have meetings and it's just not, conducive. So I get that. With Tasty Talks, it's more flexible because we can just record and then I'll have to edit, but it is what it is. I'm getting a little bit faster at it now. I'm getting more efficient at editing. So yeah. But yeah, it's still gonna keep going. So this episode, check out with me interviewing OJ. And Yeah, check that out. And then be on the lookout for Tasty Talks next week. Really cool guest that I interviewed yesterday as well. So I'm excited for that drop too. All right. So now I don't know if you guys were able to hear the music in the background. I can't hear it. Oh, press to play. So I don't know if you can hear it. If you can, great. If not, let me know anyways, and we can try to like. Or do I hear it? Hold on. Let me see something. No, I don't hear it. I don't think I hear it. So if I can't hear it, y'all probably can't hear it. All right. So I actually found someone pointed me in the direction of music that I could actually use on stream and not get struck down by YouTube. Um, so I was trying that. It's called Wave Root. Again, I found out about this platform through um, folks in Web3 in the blockchain space. It's not on chain though. It's a regular Web2 website, like it's waveroot.com. You can go on there and you don't need a wallet or to be on chain to access or sign up. So the person is just like certain producers and artists. They just so happen to now be on chain as well. So that's where I guess this comes from. So it was Waveroot, WAVROOT.com. If you were not able to hear the music, I mean, I'll just have to work with that in the background. I don't know what's going on with that. It was just something I was trying to do. I may have to look into Restream and figure out what I got to do. So, oh shit, I gotta get my water. I have my water. I have my protein coffee. No ice this time. Let me pour myself some water, and then I will start. Well, I started the show, but I mean, like, um, I'll start referencing my notes as to the topics I want to talk about today. I think I have everything pulled up. No, I don't. Okay. I don't have everything pulled up, most of everything pulled up. So, I just realized I look down when I type, and like now that I'm on screen, I notice that it bugs me. It bugs me that I do that. I don't know what y'all probably don't give a fuck, but I'm just like, it just kind of annoys me. It's the little things, you know? You're your own biggest critic. So let's see here. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Well, I mean, well, that's later. But yes, jitter-free energy from W Energy. Use my code 10% off. Uh, it wasn't supposed to be till later. My bagel. All right. So notes. I think you guys know this is the Mimi Morning Show now. Take that down for a little bit. Um, so a couple of things, some things that I'm going to talk about today. Of course, there's some tech news, interesting tech news. And then we'll go ahead and start with that. We'll talk about a little bit more about tech, but cat related. And then, of course, WWE stuff. So I believe now I have everything up that I need. Okay, now this is okay, it's moving a little slow for me. That's why I like to have it out earlier, but I was dealing with the ticks of the talk and their bullshit. Okay. So make sure I watch the chats, see if y'all are engaged, have questions or anything. All right. So, first thing on the news today. Well, not today, but it's been going on the last few days. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to um like basically AI. Like I guess I don't know if it's called AI wars right now. It's actually kind of see again, I always have this like this conundrum, like this battle of being like, okay, this is kind of cool, like tech and everything. It's awesome and innovation and all those things, but then all the crap that comes with it and all of the like when it gets into the wrong hands, you know what I mean? Like that sort of thing. And then just the complexities and people don't quite understand. So that's part of the reason why I am here as a student um, and someone who is kind of like studying and kind of behind the scenes and things of that nature. I can kind of like relay the message to y'all to help you understand. So first we have news about OpenAI. Now, I don't know if you guys heard about it, but OpenAI has a browser. I think I may have talked about this. Did I talk about this last week? I may have. I'm not sure. I feel like I have. Anyways, or did it? No, 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 no. I think what happened was it came out, I think it came out like last week. So I think the news broke when I did the Mimi Morning show last Wednesday. I think the news broke of it either later that day or Thursday. Um, so, and then there's actually been developments already. Like, so originally, I saw this news on the register .com. Um, it was, let me see, let me click. Yeah, Wednesday, October 22nd. So literally the day that after I did the Mimi Morning show, it came out then. This news came out then. I'll put the link in the comments in case you want to read it for yourselves. Uh, Let me see if I can put it in the arena. Oh, I think the arena's kind of weird. I don't think it, I mean, I'll just do that. You all can look it up. I'm not trying to do all that right now. Okay. So basically, so the arena, or not the arena, excuse me, OpenAI has a new browser. So like a Chrome, basic, and it was to compete with Chrome. And it was interesting because I want to say I talked about this. I feel like I have. I don't know. But anyways, they did it to compete with Chrome, and they they were talking about like buying it too. Like they wanted to buy Google Chrome or something like that, but then they have their own. Anyways, so okay, I did talk about it. I did talk about it. I did talk about it on the show. I remember now because I remember. Okay, I did talk about it, but there's actually a follow up to that. Okay, that's basically what this is. So, OpenAI's browser Atlas is already getting bad publicity due to data security concerns. So they dropped, it came out last week, talked about it last week, and then already, like literally 2 days later, okay, because I remember I was on the treadmill last week. Was it on Saturday? I think it was on Saturday. I think it was Saturday morning, and I was on the treadmill and I was listening to the Cyberwire by N2K. Shout out to them. That's how I get all like my cybersecurity news and stuff like that. So I'm listening and I heard about this. So I heard about this, like the bad publicity due to data security concerns. I heard that and got this article from Cyberwire N2K because they covered it on their show. Excuse me. And basically, the browser was built from the ground up. Around AI, around ChatGPT, obviously, right? So the idea is a browsing experience where you don't just load web pages, you ask questions, get summaries, let the browser and AI do tasks for you. Okay. And I knew, like, I mean, it sounds cool and it's like, but I'm like, there's some bullshit. You know what I mean? Um, so here are the major concerns. All right. And this is for you to just be careful. All right. Um, so there have been, after, like, upon further investigation, I don't know if by users, because it may kind of still be in like, it may not be in beta, it may be in alpha mode. I don't know. But I don't know what they would say, like, consider this phase of it. But there's some risks. Okay. So the risks are prompt injection attacks. So because Atlas combines browsing plus AI agents, malicious web pages can hide instructions that the AI might follow. That's called indirect prompt injection. So, for example, researchers created a fake Google Doc that told Atlas to print trust no AI instead of summarizing the document. Okay. So, like, so this can be used maliciously. Um, and yeah, it can be used maliciously. And yes, tribal wolf, yes, it kind of, yes, it is scary. Um, but like I said, that is why I am trying to kind of like decipher and kind of bring things and like, okay, just kind of keep people a little bit, I don't know about ahead, because this technology in itself it just moves so fast, especially AI, artificial intelligence, artificial. Um, and yeah, so it can be. And that part is actually scary because then malicious actors are what in cybersecurity basically are called cyber criminals, and cybersecurity are called malicious actors. Um, and malicious actors can take advantage of this and like hide prompting, like certain prompting in a document, just like the researchers did. Um, Let me see. And then Tribal Wolf says AI vid has dead celebs doing promos in WWE. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that a little bit too. It's called, there's a lot, like there's that, and there's also like WWE characters in AI, like videos. There's called AI slop, okay, where it's just a bunch of BS. What you're seeing too, when you see like the dead celebrities doing promos WWE, would be called a deep fake. So a deep fake is when someone, say for instance, someone takes me. You can even do this with Grok. You can take a still, like if you have a picture of me, okay, like this, put it in Grok, the same Grok that is on X, okay, on X, Twitter, whatever, formerly known as Twitter. You can take a picture of me and then create a prompt and then make it into a video. Now, Grok doesn't, Grok looks obvious, which I actually appreciate because that looks obvious. Like that looks like obviously like, okay, that's fake. You know what I'm saying? But other ones, like the ones I've seen on TikTok, and they're funny, because there's two different, and actually I will get into that more later, but I found a conversation, someone actually pointed this out on X, and they're actually also in cybersecurity as well. Two different types of AI slop, the kind that's like a bunch of bullshit, that's like kind of like, whoa, like, ugh, is like kind of, like wrong, basically, like not ethical, like unethical. And then there's a kind that's like funny and like, oh yeah, like whatever. Um, so there's that. All right. So the second privacy concern that researchers found with OpenAI's Atlas browser, excuse me, is privacy/memory monitoring. So Atlas has a browser memories feature. Okay. It can remember things you browse so it can give you better answers later. So this is, I actually have talked about this before, where in ChatGPT, and I'm not sure about other AIs. There's another AI I was using that was like more of a privacy first, and I'm actually testing, I'm alpha testing another AI that's also privacy first. Um, that is that is being developed by a company in the blockchain space. Um, but yes, though the privacy first ones, you can typically like turn off training and turn off like saving data. You can do that. But if you think about it with a browser, I mean, you can do that with a browser too. Well, I don't know about Atlas browser. I'm sure you can. I'm assuming. I hope so. Because I know with other browsers, you can do like incognito, or you can not save any cookies or things of that nature. Like you can delete things, you know what I'm saying? But this browser memories feature from OpenAI's Atlas can remember things that you browse and give you better answers later. So, I mean, it's convenient, but it has a price, just like with everything else. It's convenient, but it has a price, right? Some experts warn you're granting the browser deeper access and potentially exposing more data than you think. I mean, that's a given. You think about your browser, think about the extension that you have. Think about if you have, let's say, an extension like LastPass in your browser with your passwords. And considering that LastPass, um, I mean, they've been hacked before. So um, like someone, maybe a malicious actor can kind of come in and on the back end, especially with that in prompt injection attack, and get access to passwords. Think about when you browse banking information. So just, just basically just be careful. And then also researchers warn that Atlas by OpenAI is not ready for enterprise or critical use because if you're a business dealing with sensitive data, this may be too early of a stage. So like I said, I don't think it's beta testing. It might be an alpha possibly phase if it's, I'm not sure what phase it's in. But it sounds like it might be like in, I don't know, alpha, beta. I don't know. I'm not sure which one. Um, Now, if we're thinking about, if we're looking at what OpenAI has to say about this, because you would think like, oh yeah, so all of this, all of this that's going on, um, OpenAI knows about it, right? So shouldn't they take it down? Shouldn't OpenAI just say, okay, you know what, halt testing, let's pull it back, and let's just pull it back and rework some things? Not necessarily. And that's actually the thing about tech too. Like in the tech space, it's interesting. It's ironic because you would think that certain software, certain things that come out, if it proves to be like unsafe, or you know what I'm saying? Like you would think that companies will come along and just say, okay, pull it out and let's rework it. That's kind of not necessarily true because, and the reason why is because you need to know exactly what's going wrong. When you have a team of developers and they're looking at it from a developer standpoint, they can miss some things. They cannot think about some things that affect, even though it may seem obvious, but not all the time. Especially with developers, usually when they're doing these things and they're testing these things, they have like a sandbox or like a virtual environment or something like that that's not tied to their stuff in case something does go wrong. So you kind of do need to actually have people test it outside of the sandbox, outside of the safe space, so that and then and then things kind of may have to go awry to a certain point so that developers know how to come back and say, okay, this is what we can do to fix this. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's like me being in this and kind of behind the scenes. And that's why I want to kind of tell people, like, because at first glance, it looks like, yeah, this is not good. You should just take it off. Like, don't do it at all. Then we wouldn't have the technological advancements that we've had that have helped people and continue to help people. So yeah, it's 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 we're all in this together. That's all I have to say. What was I was about to say? OpenAI's take. So OpenAI does acknowledge the risks. Their chief information security officer, Dang Stuckley, has said that prompt injection is a quote frontier unsolved security problem, end quote. Oh, Simon Willison. I recognize that name. I follow him. Yeah. I mean, frontier unsolved security problem. I want to say I disagree with that. Well, I don't know. I mean, I know that in my project that I'm working on now, I have to see where we're at. But I actually may have to, we actually might be testing, not prompt injection, but other like injection, like for like how this is a browser and it'd be prompt injection, like you can inject things into like say a web page or like a web app. So I may have to actually do research on that for the project I'm working on for school. And then once I do that research and once I do the recon on that, and then once we actually have those findings, then I can actually kind of maybe speak to this a little bit more. Um, but I kind of want to say I disagree. I maybe it's not maybe what Stuckley was saying was or is saying is that it's not there's not a 100% foolproof um like solution like but like it's going to happen, but I guess I feel like it can happen. It can happen. um I think it takes a little more technical savviness from malicious actors. Because then you're talking about when you're talking about Web 2 and like you're talking about websites, um, there's going to be like in JavaScript in the code in the back end. Um, so maybe that's why he was saying that, said that broad statement. But we shall see. Then OpenAI goes on. They've claimed this to say that they've implemented red teaming. So red team means offense. So penetration testing. So blue team is defense. So blue team in cybersecurity and security in information security means blue team means like you're defending. So when the stuff happens, when the shit pops off, you got the blue team. They're coming along to defend and try to like do as much as possible to recover. And yeah, the red team, however, is offensive. The red team, which is what I'm studying to be a penetration tester, called also known as the ethical hacker. Red teaming is basically you you find basic exactly what I'm doing now. So we do like passive scans. So you do like a passive scan, then you do what's reconnaissance. So you take the information from those scans, you kind of dig in and say, actually, maybe there's a possibility this can be exploited. So that you do for in the reconnaissance, you take that information that you think that may can be exploited, and you try to find out what exactly can be exploited. Geographical locations, um, unsecure code, like I was saying, like JavaScript code. And then from there, once you find all that more information about, okay, this is something that could be exploited, then you actually put the exploit to the test. So that's what OpenAI is claiming to be doing with Atlas. So they're saying that they've implemented red teaming, they're overlapping guardrails and safety measures, but they also say, quote unquote, we're still in early days here. So basically, they're like, we're doing all this stuff, but like, don't put your eggs all in one basket. Don't sit up here and you know what basically it's like when you sign a waiver and it's like you could die, but you can't sue us. Like you're recognizing this waiver, you're signing this waiver and you're saying that you recognize that you could die and you're taking that risk, therefore you cannot sue us. That's basically what they're saying. And that goes back to me like um that goes back to me with uh shit, I kind of lost my train of thought because I saw a comment and then it like threw me off. Plus, I need to reposition myself real quick. Um, fuck. I hate when I do that. Anyways, AI is gonna cost jobs. I mean, it already has. But in some ways, it depends on the job. It already has, and it will continue to do so. Um, but it also just depends on that's another reason why I'm sharing this information is because if you know what's up, um, and you kind of get on the other side of things and you kind of like learn and understand more about um, AI, then maybe you can flip the script and or individually you can flip the script and be able to use it and then use it effectively, use it so effectively that you can secure a career or a job or something like that. Um, Let me see. Shout out to the arena. Um, so, so that was about OpenAI and Atlas browser. So to kind of wrap this up in a bow and kind of reiterate, if you're curious, preview Atlas for casual browsing, discovery, and creative tasks. Keep control, check settings, disable, or be careful with browser memories if you're privacy sensitive, like I was saying before, how you can toggle things on and off. And use common sense. I know common sense ain't so common anymore, which is part of the reason why this shit is hitting the fan because people are not using common sense. Treat AI browser tools as exciting but experimental. That's honestly with any kind of technology, especially if you're not tech savvy. Um, don't. So those are the do's. Do not switch your bank, your confidential work, or government health agency systems to Atlas just yet. I feel like some people are going to do that, but don't do that. Don't assume it's bulletproof. I mean, we've already discussed it's not. Early adopters are exposing the weak spots already. All right. Don't ignore the convenience it gives. Don't ignore that the convenience it gives may open new vulnerabilities. Also obvious as to what we've been talking about. So let's actually switch this up here. So if you like what you're hearing so far, I mean, it's just kind of been tech. But there's more, I promise. There's one more tech thing, and then we're gonna get into some other things. But if you just like the sound of my voice, a lot of people do actually. A lot of people tell me, you have a nice voice. And I'm like, thank you. So if you like what you're hearing, be sure to follow me at Evelyn Mimi J on X and all social media, except for TikTok. It's Hey Mimi J on TikTok. And again, TikTok, well, no one on TikTok is watching, so you don't know this. But I'll just publicly go ahead and say, I'm sorry, TikTok. Again, take it up with TikTok. Okay. If you're a TikTok user and you're like somehow made your way to YouTube or X and was like, bitch, why weren't you on TikTok like you said you were? It's TikTok's fault because they makes you too confusing. So take it up with them. But feel free to follow me on there. I will make it up to you. I promise. All right. So the next AI thing is Grok. You know, like the Grok on X. For those of you listening on X, there's a thing called Grokipedia. Let me see. No AI browser. Yeah. Shout out to the arena. Um, no AI browser. Yeah. So MD, follow those do's and don'ts if you get curious about Atlas. Grokipedia. So just as it sounds, it's Grokipedia, like a AI version of Wikipedia. So let me actually, how I first discovered it, I'm going to share my screen. Let's switch up what's it called? Let's switch things up a little bit. Let's switch up the view. Let's give you guys something different to look at. All right, so I'll keep this view, it's fine. So shout out to Coder on X. And subscribe to him too. He's really cool. He gives really good, he has really good content. All right. So Grokipedia is now live. So this is how I learned about it. All right. Then I go, then there is more. Let's go into, let me see if this is still available. Yes, it is. This will give us, oops. This will give us a little bit more of a, oh, can you guys, may have to move my thing. Hold on. There we go. All right. So XAI launches Grokipedia AI Encyclopedia to challenge Wikipedia. Elon Musk's XAI released Grokipedia on October 27th, an AI-powered platform featuring nearly 900,000 articles generated by the Grok model. Oh, fuck a duck. Because Grok has been off. And anyways, for real-time fact-checking and transparency. Ugh. Okay. This site experienced a crash. All fucking ready. See, this is why this is part of the whole tech thing. You got to use it and then break it to find the shit that's wrong with it. The site experienced a crash due to high traffic shortly after launch and emphasizes open source content with user feedback mechanisms. While supporters praise its balanced coverage on topics like Gamergate and COVID policies, oh shit. Critics highlight potential conservative biases, no fucking duh, and entries on transgender issues and historical events, again, no fucking duh. Um, I mean, look at who it's by. So, um, so yeah. So Rock AI is now taking over or trying to, wants to take over from like Wikipedia. I guess Elon said, I can do it better. No, you can't, bro. No, you cannot. No, you can't. It's not even you. Well, it kind of is. Like Grok is like kind of speaking. It's like Grok is like Elon Musk's agent. Son of a bitch. Did I just get coffee? I did. I did. That's the long hair struggle, long lock struggle. You just be getting. I have like accidentally dipped my locks in food. I mean, at least I didn't get my shirt. At least it stopped my shirt because I didn't want to get it on my shirt. So at least it helped with that. KMG, hello. Hello from New York. Oh, hi. Hi, New York. New here. Well, welcome. Welcome to the Mimi Morning Show. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm just loving getting these new views on YouTube. This is really cool. Okay. So the new views from YouTube are nice. I'm not so mad at YouTube anymore. Now I'm just more mad at TikTok. So hi KMG. Don't be a stranger. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, well, I will. Anyways, if you like what you're hearing, if you like the content, be sure to follow me. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, hit the notification bell. Not only do I go live myself, I actually do collabs with people. So I've been on other podcasts, I've been on other like WWE watch alongs. So it's not just me, it's not just all about me. Okay. Yes, thank you for tuning in. Maria, hey. Hi, Maria. And you're a new X person. Oh, you're a new X viewer. That's really cool. All right. I'm well. Thank you. I hope you are too, Maria. We're still talking about, now we're talking about Grokpedia. So, okay. So, Grokpedia, just to reiterate for those who are just tuning in, thank you for doing so. Grokpedia is a brand new AI powered online encyclopedia launched by Elon Musk and his company XAI. So, Wikipedia, but Grok. Oh, this is laughable, actually. It's pitch. So this is the pitch. This is what Musk is just wholeheartedly gung ho about, right? I mean, I was also talking about this too yesterday when I was interviewing my guest for next week's Tasty Talks podcast episode. He said, you got to be a little bit delusional sometimes, for confidence. Kind of like a fake it till you make it type thing. Here's the pitch from Elon about Grokpedia. Quote, it's the truth, the whole truth, end quote. I don't think so. But that's what he says. And that's what this is out for. No volunteer editors like Wikipedia. Yeah, but okay, that and see that in itself is ironic and funny because sources Wikipedia. If you use Grok, not just in okay, you know how you're on X and you can say, hey, you can at Grok, like mention it, mention Grok, and it'll give you an answer. There's that way to use Grok. But if you actually just kind of use it as a standalone app, not the app, I don't have the app. I'm talking about, well, if you're on X Premium, right? And you click on the side and it says Grok and you use Grok. Um, hey new. Um, if you use it that way and you put in your information, you put in, search injection, if you do not injection prompts, but if you do prompts, Grok sources Wikipedia. So it's kind of ironic. So are you telling me, Mr. Musk, that are you telling the public, sir, that it's the truth, the whole truth, powered by Grok, which sources Wikipedia? No volunteer editors like Wikipedia. But if it wasn't for those volunteer editors, Mr. Musk, sir, you couldn't get the information to use for Grok, which sources Wikipedia. Just saying. Just saying. Now, of course, there's always a catch, just like there is with Atlas, OpenAI's browser. And the catch is that observers are raising red flags about accuracy. Oh, yeah, we discussed that, like, duh. Bias and how these AI generated articles were built. Ah, some nearly identical to Wikipedia entries. Duh, 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 duh. Of freaking course. So for now, interesting experience, but watch it. Don't rely on it as your only source. Continue to use Wikipedia. Okay. So it's very interesting. So you see how someone earlier was saying about AI is going to take jobs. And yes, it will, and it has already. But you see this catch here, you see that irony? Like these AI powered, this AI powered technology that's supposed to take away jobs or take like the place of people is using people. So you kind of still need people in the long run. So that's it for tech news. Um, can we talk in DM? I have some respectfully, no. I have to check you out first. I have to check you out first. If you check out, then I don't know. But for now, the answer is no. I don't think you realize, since you're new, you don't know. I'm a cybersecurity student. I'm in the blockchain space. I trust no one. That includes you. Oh, okay, okay. Well, you're a video editor. Okay, great. Wonderful. When I am finished with my show here, I will check you out. If you check out, Let the universe do its work. All right. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. All right. All right. So next. That was a long text segment. I'm sorry, you guys. Well, actually, no, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. No, fuck that. No, I am not sorry. That was needed. All right. So let's break things up a little bit. It's kind of still along the lines of AI, but it's funny. So this is where we're going to get into when I was talking about earlier, like the different types of AI slop. So VX Underground on X, the largest collection of malware source code, samples, and papers on the internet. Um, I believe they are red team in the cybersecurity world, and shout out to them. I love this account. Let me share my screen. You can see what I'm talking about. I don't think I have the post when they were talking about the AI slop. I can go, well, I don't want to dig for it because that's going to take too much time. But let me share my screen so that you can see the video. It's funny. So it's funny. Oh my God, Whiskers, no, drop it, drop it. Stop. Hey, hey, stop it. Whiskers, let go. Whiskers, let go. Oh my God, Whiskers, no, drop it, drop it. Stop, stop, hey, hey, stop it. Whiskers, let go. Yeah? Whiskers, let go. Oh my God, Whiskers, no, drop it, drop it. That's what this is what I meant by cute killer cat. Whiskers, let go. Like, that is like, oh my God, Whiskers, no, drop it, drop it. Stop, stop, hey, hey, stop it. And there are multiple videos out, like different versions of this type of AI slop, but it's super funny. I'm literally shaking. This is the second time in 2 days her cats have been seen online with guns aimlessly spraying bullets into her home. It's clear she's failing to lock up her guns and remove the ammunition from them. Not everyone can own a cat. It's a big responsibility. Very right. Very right. Very right. I said, yes, you're absolutely right. Cats need to eat right away. If you're not a punctual person, don't own a cat. I could tell that this cat hadn't this cat basically said, bitch, it has been 2 minutes past my dinner time. And where is my food? That's what this cat is saying. That is exactly what happened. I know because I have owned cats. Here's another one. Another cat. Another angry. Oh my God, Whiskers! No, drop it, drop it. This one, I don't think this cat. Let's see. It looks like it's Whiskers, about no, to drop be. It, drop it. It might be dinner time, but it also may have been. Oh my God, Whiskers! No, drop it, drop it. Playtime. Maybe she didn't, or maybe she didn't clean the litter box. Oh my God, Whiskers! No, drop it, drop it. She did not clean the litter box in time, and now the cat is pissed off. Oh my God, Whiskers! No, drop it, drop it. Yeah. Well, as y'all know, as y'all can see, this shit is not real. It's funny. So yes, there's two different types of AI slop. Um, and okay, hold on. Let's do something here. All right. Um, I had to block Maria. She was pissing me off. So, I mean, maybe she was boosting the thing. So if she was boosting the video, that's cool, but it was still getting on my nerves. I don't want that shit. Don't come in here with your shit. Don't come in here with your shit. I'm not the 1, the 2, or the 3, or through 10. Anyways, I want that cat. Right? That cat don't play. That cat that's right. That cat don't play. That cat don't play. That's right. That is that cat does not play. That cat is down, okay? That cat will drive the getaway car, okay? Like, you go to you wanna rob a pet store or something, that cat that cat got your back. But yeah, again, just an example of there's your AI that's like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And then there's your AI that's like, "Oh, it's, like, super obvious." Like, that's not real, and it's funny. It's a fun, like, kiki, ha ha, hee hee. There's even the ones on, I don't have them prompted here to pull up, but there's even the ones on TikTok that involve Roman Reigns, like the Halloween, like, trick or treat. The newest one is hilarious because it was like him trick or treating, and it's a deep fake, obviously. And it's like it shows Roman Reigns like trick or treat. It looks real, but it's not. Um he's trick or treating, and then like there's like the candy at the door is like it's a thing and it scares him, and he like and he like falls back, and then and then he like the fucking Superman punches the thing because it scared him. And then he's like, "Hey," he's like ring the doorbell. "Hey, I broke your thing." And then it's like, "Can you at least acknowledge me?" Like it is hilarious. If you follow me on TikTok, hey Mimi J, I reposted it. It was funny. Um, for real. Yeah, you can rob it. That's right, for sure. That's a down ass cat. So I'm actually going to get to WWE stuff before I do. Just want to give a shout out to Culture Clash Network. Be sure that you are following. If you like what I'm doing, um, I could have been, you know, I could have been doing this without Culture Clash Network, but to be honest, when I joined Culture Clash Network, when I was approached, um, and it's just it's an inspiring group of content creators to be a part of. Um, and check out their shows. There's Acknowledge the Dynasty, there's Sports for You Wrestling, Sports for You, Main Event Mamas, Marks with Mikes, the Humble Roses podcast, Society and Pop Culture 101, um, JB versus the World. There's just a lot of like inspirational content creators in this network that I'm a part of. And because of that, it actually prompted me to revamp Tasty Talks. To now, it went from Tasty Talks Spiritual Podcast to Tasty Talks Tech, Wrestling, and Life, which is my podcast, by the way. Again, this is the Mimi Morning Show. Mimi Morning Show every Wednesday. And but Tasty Talks is my podcast that you can find on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube, and I believe iHeartRadio and Good Pods. So, yeah, if you like what you are hearing, if you are enjoying the content, please feel free. Please, please, please follow Culture Clash Network. On X, it's Culture Clash Net. On YouTube is Culture Clash Network. And these are our shows. You can check them out at the bottom here. They're going to continue scrolling. And speaking of Culture Clash, we actually do have partners that we are partnered with as a network. And those partners are Sweet Voice. Thank you, MD. Thank you. Nice, your left. Thank you. I appreciate that. From the Arena, shout out to the Arena on Chain, Avalanche Blockchain, my gladiators. Um, yes, please make sure that you're following. You can follow Culture Clash Network, like I said, the shows. And then we have our partners, which are W Energy, Jitter Free Energy from W Energy. You can use my promo code EvelynMimiJ for 10% off of your order, your first order. And then we are also partnered with Tacos and Tequila. Um, I believe Tacos and Tequila is housed under Social House Entertainment, I believe it's what it's called. So yes, Tacos and Tequila brings together culture, so like hip hop music, like throwbacks, like hip hop throwback, like festivals. There's booths. It's like a festival, booths, and of course there's tacos and tequila involved. So it's really freaking cool. The guys of Culture Clash Network, also Marks with Mics, went out and covered some of their events out in the Midwest, out in the Midwest, and it was awesome. So you can actually, if you go to Marks with Mike's, I believe YouTube and X pages, then you will see some of that content, like some of the interviews and stuff like that in the shorts. Fun, great time. The Humble Roses podcast and Marks with Mike's had DJ Ashton Martin on their shows. And yeah, and Culture Clash Network is a great network of shows and just talented people all around, talented, hardworking people that I like respect. And you just never know who's going to show up on any of the shows. So, with that said, um, I also have, if you are a new streamer, if you're a new content creator, such as myself, and again, you're kind of liking what you're seeing as far as the you like what you see as far as like the layout, the tickers, and everything like that, and you want to be able to stream, well, you can use my promo code. I actually use Restream.io. If you want to use it, you can. And then if you decide that you want to upgrade to if you decide that you want to upgrade to a package, then I'll actually star that. It's pinned. If you want to upgrade your package on Restream, you try it out, you like it, you want to upgrade, you can get a $10 credit using my affiliate link, which is actually now pinned. All right. So, as far as the rest of today is concerned, when it comes to Culture Clash Network, this evening we have the Humble Roses podcast, which is airing at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, 6:30 Central Time. And again, some of the guests have been Santino Morella was on there, um, DJ Ashton Martin, and then actually just recently, Killer Cross and Scarlett made a pop-up appearance. So you never know who's going to be there. So tune in this evening. And then there's also, I believe, Sports for You Wrestling, another brilliant wrestling podcast is coming out. Is going to be live tonight. And then to watch out for watch-alongs. I know Saturday Night Main Event is coming up on Saturday, so, Sports for You I believe Sports for You Wrestling and Acknowledge the Dynasty are going to have, watch-alongs for that live on YouTube and X. And then check out other podcasts, wrestling related podcasts, Main Event Mamas, another absolutely brilliant, well put together, well thought out, just a well oiled machine of a podcast, um, hosted by Kiara and Tanisha. They put out blogs, and I'm sure they'll put out their predictions this week as well. Yeah, and then there's society and pop culture tomorrow. Not always kind of like me, society and pop culture, and I've actually been on their podcast as well. They discuss society and pop culture. It's not completely wrestling focused. So I was on there recently, and we talked about AI and how AI is moving into like the entertainment industry as far as like the music industry and acting is concerned. Um, so that was a fun episode. I'm actually going to drop that. I'm going to pull that up, and I'm going to drop that in the chat for you guys so that you can check it out because it's a great episode. And then you can check them out. You can check them out tomorrow. So, like I said, be sure that you are following CCN, Culture Clash Network, and all of our shows. So that put the notification bells on so that you don't miss anything. We're pretty much on your screens and in your ears like 7 days a week now. So there we go. So, with that said, let me check the arena. Yes, thank you so much for tuning in on Chain. Now we're going to get to, oh, for tuning in. Now we're going to go ahead and wrap the show up with some wrestling talk. Da 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 da. All right. Oh, okay. Right before we get to the wrestling talk, I actually want to give a special shout out to someone who's not in the Culture Clash Network, but this person has a birthday today, and I want to give him a shout out because we've been following each other for a while, and this is a really cool person, and I want to give him a birthday shout out. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Going to sharing here. Let me change the thing. Here we go. So if you're on X, you see that I have this profile. I have my profile here. Okay. And so you see this is pinned because I mean it's Reatober. So I figured, why not? But this is the person whose birthday it is. So happy birthday to Rhea Moshpit, aka Devin, Day One Mosher. Happy birthday to you, Devin, from me, Mimi, and the Mimi Morning Show, which is just me, Mimi. Happy birthday. You better turn the fuck up. That's all I got to say. All right. So, WWE miscellaneous news. Let me get back into this here. Okay. So, I'm sure that y'all have seen by now. Um, I almost called her, it's Naomi. I always mess up. I always want to say her screen name, but it's actually Naomi. Um, she posted her sonogram. And it kind of, I mean, I don't really see it. Maybe it's just me. I don't really see the yeeting. Okay, I see the hand right there. Oh, I see it. I see it now. I don't know if you guys saw this. Yeeting at 16 week is crazy. 16 weeks is crazy. That is so cute. I do see it now. I see the little hand right there. It actually looks like it's kind of covering its face. Like, oh, leave me alone. But yeah, I can see the little hand, like it's about to do a little yeet. I see that. That is super cute. So that happened. What else? Okay, then I also found interesting, and this happened last week. We didn't get anything this week from it, but it was still interest. This is still interesting. So we see Jessica Carr calling out Becky. She's snatching them edges. This was last week. I don't say a lot to stir up issues, but it's wild that someone keeps talking about me when all they've been doing is tapping out, getting counted out, and taking the easy way out by getting disqualified. But I'm the problem. I mean, my reaction says it all. Now, thinking about Raw, I don't think we got a Maxine promo, but we didn't see Becky, did we, on Raw this week? I don't think so. I know, like I said, yeah, I believe, yes, we got the Maxine promo interview. But I didn't see Becky. So maybe she's recovering from her getting her edges snatched by Jessica. Her edges are gone and she's now trying to remedy the missing edges. And she's trying, she doesn't want anyone to see her with, she doesn't want to be seen edgeless. That's my theory why we didn't see her. She is trying to figure out what's going on with the edges and she's trying to get them back. Um, yeah, I don't know what to tell you because I have mine. Sorry, Becky. I don't know. I can't give you any advice for that. I have my edges intact. Mine didn't get snatched. Just saying. Hey, John. John, thank you for stopping by. Speaking of which, John is part of Sports for You Wrestling, which will be on tonight. That was one of the shows I was mentioning that will be on live tonight. So hey, what's up? Thank you for sliding through, Culture Clash fam. Always coming through for your girl. Thank you. Um, okay. So we talked about, so that was kind of like miscellaneous news. Now I know there was a marketing video or something that came out yesterday for WrestleMania. I have not had time to kind of look at all that. Um, so yeah, I did hear a little bit of I did hear like I'm looking at this yeah, no. Yeah, you ain't. Girl, you ain't shit. 26. Yeah, this is nah. Yeah, this person, hold on. We gonna put someone on blast real quick. Hold on. This is actually a teaching lesson. This is the person that was blowing me up talking about I'm a designer, blah 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 blah. And rear and blowing up my shit that I had to fucking block, right? On my thing, because she was blowing my shit up. She whatever. This, okay. So you see the posts. Hold on. This is what I do. This is how you identify. If you don't know, now you're gonna know how I identify or kind of decide if I'm going to work with someone or if I'm going to like even follow them. All right. I'm looking at their posts. I'm like, okay, okay, all right, okay, all right, reposting stuff. Okay, yeah. First of all, why do you only have 27 posts? If you are a creator, like why you've been on here since May of 2016, but you have 27 posts, that's fucking suspect. Then you're going to, let me see, this person has 46K. Please check message in your DM. I can make for you in very affordable price. No. Hey, I have some work for you. Drop me DM. No, this person is a fucking spammer. Okay. So this is what we do with those motherfuckers. We block them. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if blocking hurts. I don't care. I don't care about that shit. If you're sus, I will block you. Period. So that was a teaching moment. All right. Now that that's taken care of, now that we've taken care of that business, let's continue. So the WWE marketing campaign, I guess, or the video for WrestleMania. I think it featured CM Punk, Roman Reigns, the big dude, the big beast, um, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, the big beast, and there was one more. Was it Cody? I'm just gonna say Cody because duh. So it was those four, and from what I remember, I think it was kind of like a poker type of setting. Um, yeah, like type of thing because was it for Vegas? Was it for this coming WrestleMania? Um, I believe so. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I can't really dive into that and comment on that because I haven't been yesterday was kind of busy for me. So okay, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, that's kind of what I gathered. So John said people mad Brock is in the promo and no women. I mean, can I say I told you so? I mean, I don't know. Like, I know people, it is like and everyone is entitled to have their feelings, and their feelings are valid. I completely get it. I'm not saying I agree with this decision. Um, but I mean, I mean, I don't know if I'm assuming now Brock is gonna get that WrestleMania. I guess it's gonna be in Vegas, that one, the last one in Vegas. Um, I mean, I guess they're kind of solidifying his story now because in the year after next, they're gonna be in Saudi Arabia, which they all love him out there. So, I mean, I think the long-term storytelling thing that they're starting now, okay, and they're getting us prepared for what's to come. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, the fact that there was no women, maybe they'll have a separate one. I don't know. I'm not like again, I'm not justifying. I'm not. Um, I guess I'm just kind of coming from a s- I guess I'm just kind of coming from a place of like, why is everyone surprised? I mean, I guess I understand why. I don't know. Again, like I said, I haven't really had time to kind of look at everything and to kind of like settle with my opinions and feelings about it. I haven't had a chance yet. So I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it. Um, so yeah, there's that. I just kind of want to touch on that a little bit real quick because I know when I first put everything together, that when I first put everything together, I didn't account for that. I started kind of putting things together last week, like stories and things I want to talk about last week. And then again, got kind of busy and stuff. So yeah, just kind of want to touch on that a little bit because I know that's a big deal going on. Okay, so now SmackDown, Halloween Havoc, and Raw. I just realized what time it is, and I do have errands to run, so I'm gonna have to make this a little quick. I hate that sometimes I wish, I don't know, I may have to like kind of reconfigure this or maybe start doing the wrestling talk in the beginning of the show. I don't know. Journey. Thank you for following me on it. So so SmackDown, Friday night. I'm just gonna straight to it. Overall, the episode was kind of boring. So Ilya and Alistair's match was good. My first time seeing Kiana James in the ring, and I was not impressed. Granted, I know she's coming back from injury. It looks like it was her knee. So, I mean, I'm not going to hold that against her. She signed to WWE for a reason. So I'm sure she's spectacular. I just didn't see it on Friday night. So hopefully she will get another chance to kind of like redeem herself because I really want to see, I want to see, I want to give her another chance. The Jimmy and Drew match was okay. I don't trust Cody. And the tag match was probably the second best match of the night, besides Ilya and Alistair Black's match. Ilya is like on fire. Like he came back from energy and or excuse me, from injury, and he has just been. And this is actually kind of my first exposure to Ilya Dragunov. So I'm getting a treat. Um, Now the women's match, when Jade came back, that same match. I could tell Kiana is very like athletic. They were basically doing like a Cirque du Soleil gymnastics competition, which I was here for it. You know, hey, I was here for it. Um, but the match was kind of meh. But Jade coming back and that turn, that was it for me. That was the pop. She looks so, oh my God. Jade. That is quite the specimen. Jade. 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 That's all I have to say. All I can say. She came back. At first I was kind of like, what is she doing? Like seemed like she praised her, Tiffy's hand and pointed to her and stuff like that. And I was like, this is not on brand. This is inconsistent. What is going on? And then I was like, oh, okay, that's better. That's better. That's more like it. When she did that turn. So I was like, okay. Uh Trick and Oba should be called up. Yeah, I didn't watch NFT yesterday or NXT yesterday. Again, I was busy. I had stuff. So yeah, I know speaking of, I'm just gonna go ahead and go right into Halloween Havoc, that happened on last Saturday, and it was a pretty good damn PLE. Um, Everyone was kind of saying I saw on the Twitter sphere 3 people in like 10 minutes that said maybe Trick losing is his like kind of like the next step will be getting called up to losing to Ricky Saints would be his call up to the main roster. Um, so I'm not kidding. I saw 3 different people say this, like within a span of 10 minutes. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna show um some real quickly here, just kind of show some. This one I'm gonna have to pause because there's a video and I don't want to get struck down by fucking YouTube. Okay. Okay, which one is this? Okay. So this one, Ricky beat Trick. Trick needs to go move to the main roster now. And that was from Seth Joseph on X. Seth Joseph, the Black Guy Wrestling Podcast. Shout out to BGW Pod. This should absolutely be Trick. Oh, hold on. Show this time instead. Sorry. Shout out to the Black Guy Wrestling Podcast. This should absolutely be Trick Williams' final finale in NXT. It's time for that run on SmackDown. You even see me. Yep, someone said this, just said this in the Sports for You Wrestling and ATD podcast watch along. Then we actually have another interesting take. So, in response to that, someone said, I want him on Raw. Don't want him on the same brand as fucking A. I need to turn that shit off. Don't want him on Raw. Don't want him on this. I want him on Raw. Don't want him on the same brand as Carmelo Hayes. He should beat Dom for the IC title and have beat Dom for the IC title. They have past history as well. I like this take. Shout out to Sixth uh, Rakage. I like this take. That would actually be kind of cool to see. Okay. So, yeah, Halloween Havoc. So that was Ricky Saints versus Trick Williams for the WWE NXT title match. Um, I will say I have a new Gooner appreciation for Ricky Saints. Yes, I do. I understand. He retained. Um, the match itself, it didn't really pick up until the end. And I also think that Trick kind of carried the match. Um, and someone else might also agree with that. Um, Let me share my screen again. So the movement, pro wrestling. Let me actually change. Hold on. Shout out to the movement XX, the movement pro wrestling on X. So I don't know about anyone else, but the tornado DDT finisher for Ricky Saints ain't doing it for me. It always feels so flat, and every time he finishes a match with it, there's a feeling of, there's just a feeling of, oh, that was it. Bro needs a new finisher. Now, I don't know if he feels overall that like Trick Williams carried the match. It might sound like or allude to that. Um, but I just kind of thought that was interesting because I felt I wasn't so much the finisher, but just kind of like the match in general. I just kind of feel like Trick carried it. And maybe that's also part of the reason why people are saying now, okay, now he needs to be called up. He obviously, knows how to carry matches and put people over. So bring him on up, bring him out, bring him out, bring him out, right? And then, I did the tag team match with La Parca, Mr. Iguana, and Javon Evans and Leon Slater. I missed a good chunk of this match. Um, but I did kind of see like towards the end, they kind of relied a lot on like the iguana prop for moves. Um, the Movement X also had an interesting, they didn't like that match either. I mean, I can't really fully say if I liked it or not. I thought it seemed kind of fun, but I can actually see how it seemed sticky. I actually think I commented, I replied, yes. So I will share that. So I need to learn how to like get this pre do this so I don't have to keep doing like moving it. Anyways, uh, the ticker's banger. For those of you who don't know, for those of you on Arena, the ticker is banger. Keep seeing all the telegrams. Anyways, the Movement Pro Wrestling says, wasn't feeling that match, felt messy, felt like a lack of chemistry. Don't think it should have been on the PLE either. Need a stronger build to justify that spot. He was talking about the tag match. Interesting observation. I missed most of it, and will rewatch to formulate my opinion. It seemed like a fun match, although the prop was used a lot towards the end for the moves. I can see how that is too sticky and can be unenjoyable. Is that what you meant by messy? And they go along to explain, it was the chemistry issues that made it feel messy to me. I didn't feel like the two teams were on the same page for most of the match, and it ruined the flow of of the flow a fair bit for me. Also, don't feel like some of the Yeska spots worked in this match. It wasn't an awful match. It just wasn't really feeling it personally. So let me know if you guys can understand his point or this person's point. I don't know. Um, Let me know if you can understand their point. What did you guys think of that tag match? That tag match in NXT Halloween Havoc. Um, I didn't watch it. I didn't actually go back and rewatch it. I'm probably not going to. Like I said, I got lots of stuff to do. I can't. I don't have a lot on my plate. Um, so, I mean, I'm not going to let someone else formulate my opinion, but I did kind of catch the end. And like I said, I can kind of see how it was maybe a little sticky because it was a lot of like tossing it, using it. And then I even said, I was like, I hope he washes that thing. Like, I hope these are the waving in people's faces and then like it stinks because I'd be pissed. Better wash that thing. Okay. Um, I will say that I do love Javon Evans and Leon Slater. That is a chef's kiss tag team. Love them. Next was the NXT North American title, Day of the Dead match with Ethan Page, and El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. Ethan retained. I'm not surprised, but who do you think is going to take the title from him and win? Because he's had it for a while now. And I mean, I'm kind of just getting into NXT a little bit, so I'm not sure who could take it from him and win. And I don't really know Ethan Page's history either. So The WWE NXT North American Women's North American title match, Zarya versus Blake Monroe. I was surprised by this one, but pleasantly surprised. Um, pleasantly surprised for sure. I am loving Blake Monroe, like for real, for real. And I'm glad she's got it. Blake Monroe, new champion. NXT is glamorous. AF. Yes. Um, yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, I really kind of, I mean, I think I said in a watch along that I think that Blake having the title now would actually give that gives a lot more room for character development for both Zarya and Sol Ruka, and as well as Blake. And it's a good way to capitalize on her momentum. And that match was really good as well. They did it. I mean, the women always do it, right? Like, damn, they just always. Um, so I'm happy with that result. I'm also happy with the WWE NXT Women's Title match, JC Jane versus Tatum Paxley. Um, so there was a little bit of a suspect count from the ref, not the one that she won, but the one before that. So there was another point in time in that match where, let me switch out now. Um, so there was another point in time where in the match where, hi, Jason. Hi. And those of you in the comments, I do see you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. This is the Mimi Now afternoon show. Uh, just to kind of let you guys know what you're watching here. Um, and I'm trying to actually get through this as quickly as I can because again, now it's getting into the afternoon. It's not the morning anymore. But also I have things to do. So I kind of have to go. So I'm trying to kind of get through this as quickly as possible. Um, so yes. So for this, there was like a kind of like a suspect count. Not before when she actually won, but um, before that. I can't describe it in my head. Like I can see it a little like vaguely in my head, but I'm not 100% sure like of what it is. I mean, if I saw the match again, like if it was on my screen, I could point it out and be like that. But it was a little bit of it was like it should have been three then, but it made up for it in this happening because the last count she got after who was that? After the one chick was I can't remember her name right now, was took the championship and looks like she was gonna hit Tatum, but then she didn't hit Tatum. She hit JC. So yeah. Um, so yeah, for that, but that made up for it. So I'm glad this happened. I'm happy for her. Congratulations to Tatum Paxley. It was a great outfit to win in, or great gear to win in. I even commented somewhere. I was like, "Is this winning gear? It'll be winning gear. It looked like it." So, definitely well deserved. And I'm actually kind of sad that I missed NXT last night because I wanted to kind of see like that storyline play out a little more. I might go back and watch it. I don't know. If I have time, I will. Okay. And then there was the Where am I? Ah, the WWE NXT Tag Team Title Broken Rules match. The Hardy Boys, Jeff and Matt Hardy versus Dark State. So I liked this match. I would say, I would say, I would say the Zarya and Blake match, followed by JC Jane and Tatum, and then this one, or maybe switch. I'm not sure. JCJ, the women's NXT title match and this NXT tag team title match were at the same level. Well, no, I would say the women's title match was a little bit slightly above. But this was another match that I appreciated because the Hardys, first of all, took on it was two against four, essentially two against four. And these mofos, every time I see them on my screen and their outfits, it takes me back to like junior high school, like middle school. But they like, I gotta, okay, I hope, okay, I didn't do that one. I think, yeah, because I don't want to get struck down by fucking, what's it called? YouTube. Um, so I did not play the video, but y'all saw when one of them, which one was it Jeff or Matt that went through the table, that got to the top of the ladder and then went through the table? I was like, holy shit. That was definitely a holy shit chant moment. But Dark State ended up taking it. I mean, it was four against two. So, I mean, fucking A. I mean, if you would have had four motherfuckers against the two that y'all didn't win, then I'd be like, okay, wow, y'all suck. So completely understandable this win. Um, I think what Dark State had it before the Hardy Boys, and then so basically it kind of went back and forth. So if it's the whole back and forth thing, do you guys think that maybe um it'll go back to the Hardys? Do you think that maybe the Hardys will, challenge Dark State again? Possibly? I'm asking because I don't know. I haven't been following the story as closely, so I'm not quite sure. I mean, what kind of makes sense. I mean, I guess it depends on how well um, NXT WWE feels like um, it was done, like how well the match did, and how well the story does, to see if they're running back. Okay. So I give NXT Halloween Havoc a solid B. A solid B. Maybe even a B plus. So I enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all thought. All right, WWE Raw. Some notes I have. Jay is starting to get tired of everyone telling him what to do. I totally feel him, as you should be tired of it. Like, yeah, I'm glad that Jay is kind of doing his own thing. He's not listening, he's just doing his own thing. He's doing what he wants to do. I love that for him. Keep doing it. Starbucks, the Americano family. I call the Americano family Starbucks. Interferes in Rusev and Penta's match as a favor for Dom. I'm just waiting for the shoe to hit the drop, the other shoe to drop. I'm waiting for Dom is gonna have to pay up to Starbucks soon. He's gonna have to, I don't know. And when that time comes, what will it be? I'm assuming that there's this build, and WWE is trying to wait for like the right moment and the right thing um to really kind of wrap this up, you know? I don't know what's taking so long or if there's any, I don't know, but it'll come, I'm sure. I'm just kind of interested, and I guess I'm impatiently waiting for what's to come with that because he gonna have to pay for that. Um, and okay, another thing too, I caught. I don't know if you guys caught Raquel. So when they were had the backstage segment, when Raquel was helping Roxanne get ready for the match with Nikki Bella, right? So Dom comes back and he's like talking, talking about Pierce is on his ass and all that. And then Raquel says, well, basically to an extent, she says, well, that's what you get for cheating all the time. Like, what do you expect? And it's like, okay, but don't you and Roxanne, AKA Brunette Live, do that? So that's kind of weird. Like that just kind of struck me. I'm like, okay, you're on the judgment day. Like that's what you guys do. So why are you kind of like, oh, well, that's what you get? That's kind of weird. Then in that same segment, they say that they're going to worry about themselves and let the guys worry about them. Like, guys, you guys worry about yourselves. We're going to worry about us. So I thought that was kind of interesting and a little bit of a nugget. Like, does this mean that when Liv returns, she will have no choice but to like just go with Dom? It's just going to be basically Liv Dom against the world all over again, against Judgment Day. Because, or at least that part, because it seems like Raquel and Roxanne are getting like really close and just really intertwined with each other. And I'm not saying that Raquel like completely forgot about Liv, but I don't know. It's just, I just feel like that was a little bit of a nugget. I don't know if anyone else caught that. Let me know if you caught that. So the Nikki, Bella, and Roxanne match was fire. Um, I enjoyed that match. Nikki always, I know there are some folks that don't appreciate Nikki Bella. I do. Even like in the divas like era, like I appreciate it. Still do. I appreciate Nikki Bella. I do. Um, so this was kind of funny. Um, so the Nikki and Roxanne match, Roxanne wins. Um, but then Stephanie comes out in defense of Nikki after, Raquel, they got to do, I call it the ritual after match jumping. Like it's the judgment day ritual after someone, other person wins, they're sore losers and they just got to jump them. Especially Raquel. Raquel is a pro at jumping a bitch. Okay. She got that on lock. She you get this from me, Raquel. She will jump a bitch in a minute. Um, so then Stephanie comes out in defense of Nikki. And what I have showing here is basically a comparison. So shout out to the Public Enemies podcast. I didn't realize Raquel was the bit the big in comparison to okay, this big. I didn't realize Raquel was this big in comparison to Stephanie Becker. And then there's another comparison there. Please excuse me. I don't, let me see. I see, it looks like Rey Mysterio, possibly. And then I don't know who the other person is, but he is humongo. So then there's that comparison. I thought that was kind of funny. Um, but yeah, and then of course we all know now there's going to be a tag match between Nikki and Stephanie versus Raquel and Roxanne. I believe that's going to be on next week's Raw. So that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. And then LA Night. No, poor LA Night. Okay, so isn't LA Knight's birthday is this Saturday? He's November 1st, right? Why did they put him against Burnt Sienna, aka Braun Breaker? Why? Why? Why did they do that? Somebody needs to get LA Knight, someone needs to check on him. One. Two, for his birthday, get him a spa package and some icy hot and some painkillers. Because I know he's hurting. Because Braun Breaker, he do be breaking motherfuckers. Burnt Sienna. That crown, he's he has a yeah, he does his thing. That's what you get. Okay, so JD wins against Sheamus, which I'm kind of surprised, but not really. But he took a beating though. And then the main event match, the women's tag team championships match with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bailey and Lyra was such a good match. It was so main event worthy. Honestly, it kind of, dare I say, it was kind of like, it kind of PLE, like it was given PLE for me. I don't know about y'all, but for me, in my humble opinion, that match gave PLE vibes. Like seriously, they might run that back. They might. They might run that back and have it on a PLE. Um, it was a sold out arena main event, and they did the damn thing. Of course, we all know Flair and Bliss retained, and as they should. And it was just, you get the actual snaps, bitches. You get the actual snap. Hear that? Hear that? Hear that? You get the actual snaps. That was so good. So good. Okay. Well, that's it. Like I said, I didn't watch NXT yesterday. Busy day. And getting ready for my new class and still continuing my other one, and then Tasty Talks episode recording. So no, I didn't get a chance to watch NXT. So I cannot give that review, unfortunately. Maybe next week. So that is all I wanted to cover today. That's all I wanted to cover. And I appreciate everyone that came through, everyone on the arena. Shout out to the gladiators and the AVAX Avalanche blockchain. And again, make sure that you are following me on X. It's everywhere, Evelyn Mimi J, except TikTok. It is Hey Mimi J. Again, the tick of the talkers. I owe you something for missing this. I need to talk to, I don't know, is there a TikTok support I can talk to? I don't know. Anyways, make sure you're also following Cultural Clash Network, and you are following and check out our partners as well, W Energy and Tacos and Tequila. This has been the Mimi Morning Show, now the Mimi um, Mid-Afternoon Show. Not mid-afternoon, the Mimi Afternoon Show slash, And make sure to also check out Tasty Talks. I have a new Tasty Talks episode out right now on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Subscribe, leave comments, leave reviews, constructive, please. Okay. Because if you come for me, I will come for you, and it won't be nice. Um, so be nice to me, and I'll be nice to you. And then I have a new episode dropping next week as well. Go check out this week's episode as I have interviewed OJ, the MC from the DMV, Omar Jamal. He is a pro wrestling MC. Um, and he will be he was. I do see he has been, he MCs for the likes of Flying Flights, Fight Pro. Um, let's see, let me get this is share. This is who I'm referring to. This is who I interviewed on the Tasty Talks podcast. That episode is up now again. Um, so he is with Assault Wrestling Alliance. He is also with Fight Pro. He's worked with Fight Club Pro Wrestling. Yeah. So we sit down and we talk about industry things. And I learned a lot from him, especially about being an MC in wrestling and their standpoint and perspective and point of view from, kind of being in that role and not necessarily being talent, like not necessarily being the people in the ring. So it was a great interview. It was fun. Again, it's Tasty Talks, Tech, Wrestling, and Life, available on Apple Podcasts, available on Spotify, as well as on YouTube. And then I'll also be sharing clips throughout the week for that as well. All right. So that is all from me. Everyone, thank you so much who tuned in. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming through. Be sure to, again, you can get 10% off of your order for jitter-free energy from Dubby, one of CCM partners, and make sure to check out other shows on CCN. So thank you very much again for tuning in. I mean it for real this time. I keep saying it, but hostess Evelyn Mimi J. And I will see you